It's the 12th of March 2022, 9:50 in the morning. I haven't even finished my first coffee or gotten dressed. That's never stopped me from making a video before. So I'm still going with the whole waking up when I need to wake up. I'm also finding it super weird to be looking at the dot on my camera for the lens instead of myself, but I know that's what I'm supposed to do. So the last couple of days has been quiet next door. My neighbour, he's building stuff out the back, right? Trying to get comfortable. Probably made a bunch of noise in the background. Anyway, what am I trying to say? Oh, gross. This is why I cannot smoke bongs. It's like mold brown mucus. Ugh. Anyway, I'm getting rid of the bongs for good. I'm giving them away. Rachel can take them or give them to someone or do whatever she wants with them because I'm done. And yeah, I'm done for good with that. I'm done for the weed after this weekend. I'm feeling really good. I'm actually feeling really, really good considering at first my ego was like, it's 7 years on Monday. And now it's just like, 7 years that I've been able to work on myself. And it's taken 7 years, but I'm finally in a place where I am genuinely very happy and not pretending for the sake of pretending to try and convince myself that I am, because I genuinely am, which is fantastic. Now, what was I saying? So the neighbour has been quiet the last couple of days, so I just obviously assume that he's having him come down and they're sleeping. But he's back out there today, and I heard him, so I went out and spoke to him I'm still in my jammies and my bunch coat and slippers, but I went over and talked to him at the fence because he had said that he would mow my lawns, and I didn't want to just have my gardener arrive and then the neighbour being like, we had already talked about it. So I talked to him and I was like, hey, it's getting a bit long. I don't want it to be too hard. If you want me to just get the normal gardener in, just let me know. And he was like, no, it's cool. I'll come over today or tomorrow and do it. And I told him that I'm going to be fostering dogs and that the people are coming to see the fences next week. He's like, you're probably going to need to do something about your fence. And it's like, the fence is fine because obviously it's secure for Boss, but his dog is like half the size and jumps up and sometimes gets his like head in the fence posts, right? So I think he does have a point. He told me I need to get some sort of Brio mesh. I googled it. He said there's lots of different types. But Bunnings have it, and I'm just going to take him with me. I said to him, can you just come with me so I don't buy the wrong thing? And he said yes, because he's probably going to be the one that puts it up anyway, so that's cool. For anyone that's seen my other videos, it's not that I'm going out of my way to be friends with someone who's an everyday ice smoker. It's just that because of who I am and how I see the world and the past and everything I've already lived through, I don't see people who take drugs as bad people. People that take drugs aren't bad people. They're just people dealing with a lot of shit, and it's easier to override the feelings with the drug. And that's my opinion, and I'm going to stick with it because I've always believed that intense drug taking, like how I smoke ice, isn't about actually having a part of my brain that's broken that needs the ice. I've completely fixed myself. So I guess that's why I have different opinions when it comes to people saying once an addict, always an addict, because I swear to God, I am not an addict. And that mentality alone just seems fear-based and negative-ridden, and there's so many things about it I don't agree with. But I need to finish my coffee. I have finally finished my online training. I've organised for the interview. I made it for next week, end of the week actually, because obviously there's the public holiday on Monday. But yeah, I don't know, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling tired still, probably because I haven't taken my meds. speaking of meds, taking 3 yesterday did actually make a huge difference, though I still really am in that like situation where I guess I'm not fucking talking correctly for starters, but no, that's so Stan. So I watched a movie last night. Well, it fucked around for ages. If you've seen any of my posts, like it just wouldn't load, and then it was the whole thing, and I reset it and it was fine, but I somehow ended up awake until 11:30. And again, like I was sort of like dragging my eyes to watch the end of the movie. And part of me was just like, turn the fucking movie off. This is why we got rid of the TVs. And the other part of me is like, I really want to see the end. Especially since Stan's going to be closed in a few days. I still have my hard drive as well for all my movies and TV shows that have already been downloaded. I put that under my coffee table to sort of keep it out of sight. But I definitely think the biggest difference is going to happen once the weed's out of my house. I like being stoned. I love being stoned, actually, if I'm really honest, guys. It's a feeling that is hard to describe. I'm starting to feel like lots of feelings are hard to describe. Like in actual words, humans make the words. We make the words to fit the concept or whatever it is we're talking about. Some things are just hard to explain. But once the weed is gone, when it gets to times in the evening where I wake up after dinner, for example, which happens without fail, then I will start reading stuff instead of watching movies. Because at the moment I'm still doing what I said I was doing to begin with, which is smoking weed in the evening and not putting my full attention where it needs to be. I'm going to stop talking because this video feels like it's been really dragged out and very hard and difficult to make, so I can't truly imagine what it's going to be like to watch, but that's okay. I will wrap up by saying Nichele has messaged me saying they're going to the dog park at 1, so I will be meeting them there. I need to take the treats that she has made and given to Boss with me, because yesterday I opened them up to give him one and there was a chicken foot looking at me and it freaked me the fuck out. And I didn't want to look at the bag anymore. So I'm taking them with me with a snap lock bag, and I'm going to ask her to remove all the pieces of dead animals that actually look like dead animals, because I do not want to see them. Other than that, because it is this last weekend, I've decided for my weed for good, basically, except for special occasions, and the next special occasion that I can think of will probably be Christmas Day. And that's fucking ages away, right? Because I need to be sober. I've got my appointment with my weed specialist in April. So I'm not giving up THC. It's just I'm giving up vaping. And for the sake of my lungs, I need to stop smoking in all capacities anyway. But yeah, this is a very difficult video. I'm going to upload it and then watch it, and then I'm going to get dressed, go and clean up all the dog poo in the backyard so then I can mow my lawns and get on with my day.